Clipboard Exchange is a very powerful tool in visual analysis and allows you to do some very complex modeling things. Let's look at how that's done. I have a simple structure here which has beams, columns, a member load, and some plates. The Clipboard Exchange tool is accessed from the Home ribbon, and we have both a Clipboard Export and Clipboard Import button. Whenever something's on the Clipboard Import will be available. And always when we have a model, we can export. So let's start with that. So if I click that, the following dialog appears, and it's going to allow me to export everything or selected items. If I just had certain things selected in my model, I could choose that. I'm going to export and show the units. If you had custom combinations for your load cases, they could be placed on the clipboard and manipulated as well. For models, we can Clipboard Exchange nodes, members, plates, and springs, and I'm going to select the member load as well and say OK. Once I do that, I get a message that tells me there's some data now on the clipboard and ready to paste. So let's look at Excel. I'll bring that in and choose Paste, and we get pasted information that VA's put on the clipboard. We have nodes, we have members, we have plates, and we have our one member load. The format of all these cells is very similar. We'll have a keyword in capital letters like nodes, then a row which has the titles of the columns to follow, and then we have the actual data. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the columns, and I'm going to rotate just the columns 90 degrees. So I'm going to change this beta angle cell to 90 degrees. Go ahead and paste that in for all the columns. And now I've changed the beta angle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select just my members. So when I do that, I'll go ahead and select just the columns in the group of members. And then I'm going to go up to Copy, which should put it on the clipboard. Now let's go back to VA. When I go back to VA and there's something on the clipboard, I have the ability now to do Clipboard Import, and I'm going to do that, and it pops up a dialog telling me there are 45 nodes and 30 members ready for import. You might ask, why were the nodes on there? Well, because the columns reference nodes, the nodes get put in to this list as well. I'm going to say OK, and when I get done doing that, you'll see all of a sudden now my columns have been rotated. So this is a way to quickly modify existing things in your model. If you created new things and put them in Excel and copied them in, you could then paste new things into your model as well. So you have the ability to modify or add new things to your model, and all the powers of all the formulas you can use in Excel. Final thing I'll show you is to go back to our Clipboard Exchange and select everything again. And let's put it all on the clipboard and do Copy. Now I'm going to start a new model. So I do File, New Project. Let's not save this. And now I'm going to do Clipboard Import and select that. A following dialog appears which shows me that members, plates, and member uniform loads were imported. And I'll select OK. And when I do that, I've moved my entire model now to another project. So here's an example of where you might find the clipboard useful in copying models.